If it feels like everything is cracking open right now, you're not imagining it. Stay here with me for a moment if you're in that tender, shaking space. There are seasons in a soul's life where something deep beneath the surface shifts and the ground you've been standing on starts to whisper, "This cannot hold you anymore." It rarely begins with a dramatic collapse. It starts as a tremor, a strange presence in the chest, a quiet knowing you're no longer meant to fit where you've been trying to fit. It feels like standing on a frozen lake and hearing the subtle, sacred sound of something ancient within you finally giving way. Not to harm you, but to free you. When I was very small, I remember watching my parents smile in church after a morning of shouting and fear. Everyone pretending, everyone holding their breath, everyone performing fine. And inside me, something just cracked. Not loudly, not violently, just a small, clean line of truth cutting through the facade. A part of me knew this is not what love looks like. This is not what God feels like. I wasn't even at school yet, but the soul knows before the mind does when something is out of alignment. Life gives us bigger cracks as we grow. At 24, when the sonographer said, "I'm sorry, your baby has no heartbeat," more or less. They were a bit more abrupt than that. Another fault line appeared before me. Moments where the world stops pretending. All that remains is the truth so sharp it takes the breath from your lungs. That rupture shattered me into a relationship with grief that stripped every illusion and left only what was real. Years later, losing Sue and the village that we built around us, another crack. Grief doesn't just break a heart. It breaks the structures built around it. It exposes who was real, who was present, and who was only ever there for the easy parts. And the ground beneath me split again, not to swallow me, but to wake me. What I've learned is this. Fault lines appear when the life you've been standing in is too small for the truth you are becoming. And right now, collectively, the entire world is vibrating with that same trembling. You can feel it. In the news, it's in the air. It's in the conversations that no longer feel right. It's in the old stories that no longer fit. Everything built on performance, illusion, control, or fear is starting to crack. Not because we're failing, but because truth is rising. Truth puts pressure on anything that hides it. And here's the part that no one tells you. The crack is not a threat. It's an invitation. It's how your soul opens a doorway where your mind refuses to move. It's how the divine says, you cannot live here anymore. Come deeper. Come truer. Come home. In Japanese kintsugi, I think I said that right. My apologies if I have just absolutely aborted the word. Broken pottery is mended with gold, not because the crack is shameful, but because the crack is where the object became more honest. Your crack is where you become more honest, more holy, more whole, more you. If you are in a fault line season right now, If it feels like everything is splitting or slipping or just no longer holding together, place your hand on your body and breathe. You're not breaking, you're awakening. The life built on the old self cannot carry the new one. The tectonic plates of your identity are shifting. The persona is collapsing. The soul is arriving. This is how rebirth sounds. If this transmission is stirring something in you, that hum in your ribs that says, yes, yes, this is where I am. Whisper this with me. I walk the crack with truth beneath my feet. And type it below to anchor this intention. You're not here to avoid the crack. You're here to walk through it into the life that is finally aligned with your soul. And if this transmission is stirring something in you, if you can feel the quiet pull inside your ribs, the one that says, this is me, this is where I am, I'm standing on the fault line of who I've been and whom I am becoming, then hear me. You do not have to walk this rupture alone. These cracks, the childhood ones, the grief ones, the identity ones, the ones opening right now in your life, they're doorways, but they are also initiations. And some initiations are too sacred, too tender, too tectonic to navigate without someone who has walked them before. If you're feeling that pull, that unmistakable, it's time rising in your chest, I want you to know I have 2 openings right now, just 2, for unbinding the thread. It's my 6-week, deeply somatic, one-on-one journey for souls who are moving through cosmic change and are ready to land in the truth of who they actually are. This work isn't surface level. It isn't mindset. It isn't performance. It is the kind of work that helps you walk the crack without collapsing. Let what's false fall away. Let what's real take root. Return to the body as your home and rise from the fault line with gold in your seams. If your soul is whispering yes, if you know these words are sprinkling directly into the place cracking open inside you, message me. Your next chapter doesn't start after the crack. It starts through it. And let's just take another look at this image. It's pretty basic. It's just a fault line, a crack in the earth. And I'm hearing Pink Floyd. When the crack appears under your feet, you're out of your breath and out of your mind. And your fear follows in behind you as you claw the thin ice. Sorry. So often lyrics come to me in the middle of a sentence. And I do think we've pretty much covered in today's transmission. The crack appears under your feet. And it's a decision point. Do I fall into the fear? Or do I stand in my sovereignty and walk in faith? What do you choose? Tell me below. I really hope that you've got something of value from today's message. I love bringing these messages to you, and I love it when you send me comments and we have a conversation in the comments section where we can go deeper into it and speak more about it. And even more so when we can do it in Kofi, when we actually can say whatever we want. Thank you for being here. I'll be back again tomorrow morning with another daily sacred soul message. Until then, Shalama.